What's good? This your boy EB. Welcome back to Black Sheep the Goat on YouTube. Now, I'm just gonna quickly share my thoughts on the first game of the season. It was very disappointing. Honestly, the Chiefs didn't look like the Chiefs. They was missing too many weapons. They just let too many people go. I understand Travis Kelce was hurt. Patrick Mahomes, he did what he could, and then you had I can't even remember the guy's name. I'm so mad even just thinking about it. But the whole receiving core, they dropped a bunch of footballs. They couldn't get anything going. Now, what I really think is Miko. Was it Miko? Yeah, Miko. When he left, that was a speed threat. You had Travis Kelce hurt on top of that. Then don't forget, most of them offensive plays looked very vanilla. It didn't look like that good. That ain't like nothing. It didn't look good at all. Because Eric Bieniemy, he coached USC. He went left and did his thing. So it don't look this season so far, just for it to start like this for the defending champions, it's starting to look bleak because that was some noticeable changes. I understand it's week one, gotta hit their stride, but shit, you ain't got no receivers you could depend upon. And your best receiver is a tight end, which is Travis Kelce, who is hurt. So I'll just wonder, what are they going to do? God forbid Patrick Mahomes get hurt, then you just throw the season away, if you be honest, because it was just a disaster. I can't even articulate how bad it was to watch. I was watching and I wasn't even worried about X's and O's. It was just hard to watch. It was terrible. Every piece of that game was terrible. The Lions, and to be honest, with the Detroit Lions, I really didn't expect much out of them. I don't even know how they got this game for the first game of the season. I understand the offense is explosive, but I didn't see anything explosive. Nothing was explosive. It just, they played good enough to win by 1 point. It wasn't nothing amazing. It wasn't anything. This basically was a terrible start to the season for me, in my opinion. I didn't like it. I didn't. I watched it, but I didn't like it. And then the other thing that the Chiefs got to worry about, I just forgot about that. What they going to do on defense. You got one of the best defensive linemen in Chris Jones, and then what? And Chris Jones is holding out because they won't pay him. This is the same reason Tyreek Hill left. They not spending the money where it needs to be spent at. Now, I believe the way they look, I don't know how the numbers go, but the way they look to me, the offensive line is really not that good either. The Chiefs don't spend money. That they trying to get something for nothing. Well, they got 2 rings, but you got to pay the piper, as I always say. Every single time you got to pay the piper. As you see, when you don't pay, Miko leave, Tyreek Hill left, Bieniemy, I understand he wanted to be a head coach, but hell, he's gone. What you gonna do when it's time for Kelce again? I'm just saying, Chris Jones, he could leave out. I think they could franchise tag him, but he could leave after this year. I don't. It did the heart back on the Lions. I didn't really wasn't anything because the only reason they was in the game because all them factors happened. It's not because the Lions are any good. You can look at it. Look at last year. one of the worst defenses in the league. It's a proven fact. But I'm going to stop complaining and saying what's wrong. I'm not about to harp on that too long, but the next game for the Lions is the Seattle Seahawks. They go into Detroit, and I really believe that the Lions are going to pull that one off. That might be a close game. I might be wrong, but Seattle, you could say they mid-tier, kind of bottom of the barrel team. So I don't expect much out of Seattle either. And then the next game for the Chiefs, the Jags. Chiefs always have defensive back problems. They're not good at defensive back. You got Calvin Ridley there. You got Trevor Lawrence there. I can't remember the running back right now. Then you got some other weapons that I'm probably forgetting right now. And I really believe that the Chiefs are going to be It's going to be 0-2. Excuse me. That is my opinion. So then the next bullshit trash game that I saw that week that I was fucking excited for it, and I didn't get what I want or didn't expect what I wanted was the Bills and the Jets. Now, I'm going to start off with the Jets. They play good enough. They play good enough. Because I ain't going to even say good enough. They took advantage. They was opportunistic. I.e. good enough. Because Josh Allen played like pure garbage. Pure absolute garbage. This is one of the best QBs in the league. He played like complete fucking trash. It was terrible. 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. That's what this MVP candidate is going to give us. 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Now, you can blame a whole bunch of factors. It looked like sometimes the Jets defense was that good against Diggs and company and all the I forgot that man's name. Gabriel, think something. So yeah. You could say their defense was that good. They had shut down corners. You know, they got Sauce Gardner. Cool. But the other side of the coin, what else did you try to do? It don't seem like you tried to move the guys around and try different things. Dope. Did the same shit. Same formation. Come out in 12. Whoa. Let's do some trickery and get some I formation going. What are you doing? And then they barely ran the ball. Trash. That was horrible. Goddamn, they had 97 total yards of offense. And I can't remember how many guys ran. I think between 4 or 5 people. Why in the fuck Josh Allen had 36? He had 36 of them yards. So you don't even try to run the ball. You did not try to eat up the clock. You just like, let's just give it to Josh Allen and God, we just gonna hope he make it. It was fucking terrible. And then, yes, Aaron Rodgers got hurt. He tore his ACL. Unfortunate. Hate to hear it. I really do. I hate to hear it, but you about to rely on Zach Wilson again? This the only way that the Jets will even sniff the playoffs. First, Zach Wilson gonna have to do his best Alex Smith impression. I need you to manage the game, no mistakes. You got the receivers for it. You got the defense behind you. There's no fucking reason that you cannot do that. You should not be in the NFL. He shouldn't be in the NFL then. If Aaron Rodgers, yeah, he probably not going to come back this year. Second, the defensive potency needs to actually be top tier and actually score on defense, because you cannot rely on Zach Wilson to score. So I need Sauce Gardner with at least 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns. I need the defense with at least 10 touchdowns. Yeah, that's some crazy numbers. 9 interceptions collectively. I need them to score, put them in good field goal position, and at least get field goals and points somewhere, because where can you can't rely on who else you got. And then the guy that you put your faith into, he blew out his knee. I think it was his knee, but he got hurt. So what can you do? Because they was set up as Super Bowl contenders. They got Dalvin Cook, and on Dalvin Cook, he got to play like an MVP. That's the only way they're going to even do anything. I need him to get like 2006 LaDainian Tomlinson good. That's what type of, because you still got the liability at quarterback. So that's what they're going to have to do. The shit is fucking sickening. It really is, because you cannot get us like Wells. They talking about Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick, I respect everything he does, but he's old. He's old. You have to remember, he was in the Super Bowl 11 years ago. So what are they gonna do? And it's so much I could just harp on, but I'm just not. But the next game for the New York Jets is the Dallas Cowboys. If they play like that, they not beating the Cowboys. Cowboys put up a 40 bomb. I wish I'd be surprised and they might do something, but the way, if we just going by on what we saw recently, it's not gonna. There's gonna be a bloodbath. It really might be. It really do. It really might. Now, and then the Bills got the Raiders. Historically, when teams from the West Coast come to the East Coast, the West Coast team loses, no matter how good they are. Historically, it happens more than often. They probably gonna beat the Raiders. They probably gonna beat the Raiders. I'm gonna give a prediction. I'm gonna say about 28-7. That's look. I just got the update about Aaron Rodgers, but 28-7, Buffalo Bills over the Las Vegas Raiders. But this is the week 1. Everything don't look too good. My Vikings didn't even look good.